Namaste, welcome to class. Just take a moment to center, establish some calm, and clear our minds before we begin to practice. So just find your comfortable seated position, placing your palms face up or face down on your knees or in a mudra if they're part of your practice, and just gently bring your eyes to a close. Establishing that great yogi breath, breathing all the way down to your diaphragm. Bringing all your attention just to the breath right now. Clearing all thoughts from your mind. And just focus on your breath, on your body. Being kind to yourself in this moment throughout today's practice. Flutter the eyelashes and blink the eyes to open. So we're going to focus on our hips predominantly today. So we're going to warm them up really nicely. So as our first hip warm up, just picking your foot up, your right or your left, taking it from the outside and then cradling around with your opposite arm, gently resting. There's no real pressure here, it's nice and gentle, and I'm just going to start gently rocking my hip open. So don't need to be forceful at all, just really gentle, just almost like rocking a baby sort of motion, except it's your leg. Okay, and releasing that leg down, taking the other leg again, taking the foot from the outside, and then wrapping the arm around and gently just rocking the hip open, forwards and backwards. Keeping the spine nice and tall. And giving a little hug and relaxing it down. So continuing to warm the hips up, I'm taking my left leg out straight, engaging the toes, pulling them towards me, and I'm going to pick my right leg up and bring the foot onto my left thigh. Anywhere above the knee is fine, and I want you to hold the foot with your left hand so your foot is not going to move. And we're going to just move the knee up and down, which will be opening our hip joint. So as you inhale, bringing it towards you. As you exhale, pushing it away. Again, gently. Don't go beyond where your hip is at right now. It's going to warm through the practice. It's going to become more open. It's going to become more relaxed. And last one. Give a little slightly longer hug here. And releasing. And taking the leg down. So bringing the right leg out, engaging the toes, picking the left leg up, and bringing that foot onto the right thigh anywhere above the knee. Straight away, you'll probably notice that this side is a little bit tighter for me. You will find that one side is tighter than the other as well. So taking the left foot with the right hand, and then moving the left knee with the left hand, keeping the right toes engaged. So inhale, bringing it towards you. Exhale, you're taking it away. 2 more. Last one. Extra hug. And releasing it, giving both legs a shake. Now bringing them to your butterfly position. So the soles of the feet together are touching at the mat. Interlock the fingers, bringing them under the feet. And the feet are falling open like a book or a butterfly at the top. It doesn't matter how close your feet are to your body. It's about where you're comfortable. Now just start flapping your butterfly wings up and down, loosening up the hips. You may need to adjust your position as you go, getting nice and comfy so you can go a little bit faster. Okay, and stopping flapping your wings. Make sure you've got a nice grip on your feet and bringing your elbows, just start pressing them down. So then lifting through the spine, I'm lifting my chest forward, I'm taking my gaze in front, and I'm going to fold my gaze. I'm roughly about 2 feet in front of my mat. And I'm bringing my head down, I'm pushing on my legs, but I'm not allowing my seat bones off the mat. Neck nice and long, not rounded. And inhale, coming back up. Bringing the legs together, crossing the ankles. We're going to turn and just come to our standing position. And we're going to open the hips out from a standing position now. So, you can take the knee, or you can use a strap around the foot, or you can take the big toe. So left leg nice and strong, lifting through the thigh, knee lifted. Left hand on the left hip, bringing the right knee up. And as I say, you can just take the knee or use a yoga strap, or if you can reach for your big toe. And then pushing the heel away from you. Standing nice and strong, gaze to the front, spine straight, not bending back. Standing knee, not bending. And then we're going to open out to the side. If you're ready, you can take your gaze over your left shoulder, or you can keep it to the center. Slowly with control, coming back to the center. Bending the knee, giving the knee a little hug to the chest and releasing it down. We're going to take the other leg now. So right hand to the right hip, raising the left foot up. Again, you can take the knee, use a strap, or grab the toes, but make sure the standing leg is straight and strong. Make sure the spine is straight and lifted. Find your balance, pushing the heel forward and away from you. Remember to keep breathing, keep smiling. And then gently, with control, slowly opening the hip out to the side, relaxing the shoulders. Back to the center. Bending the knee, hugging it to your chest, and releasing it down. Standing at the top of your mat, we're going to inhale and reach our hands up. Untuck the tailbone, exhale, reaching forward, coming all the way down to your full forward fold. Just hanging here for a moment, fingertips and toes in one line, hips high, head low. And then Ardha Uttanasana, fingertips flat back, chin away from the chest, gaze in front. And then releasing the hands down. Stepping the back leg back, the left leg in this case, about 5 feet. You can use the right leg first, the choice is yours. And I'm just going to flatten my foot, but you can keep your toes engaged. And we're just going to bring the torso up, and the fingertips are going to just stay here to the side. You'll see that my hips are low, they are pushing down. I need to just check and make sure that my front knee is not over my front toes. But I really want to sink down, so I'm working into the back hip here. Now from here, I'm going to walk my front foot, my right foot, over to the left-hand side of the mat. Opening it out so the sole is facing the left-hand side, and I'm going to place my leg down, trying to keep my leg parallel with the top of the mat, and then sinking my hips down. You want to keep your hips square here. You can have a block under your hips so that you can stay square. It's better to have the block under and square hips than to be off to one side, as you won't get the benefit. So, fingertips in front, squaring off the hips, reaching up nice and tall. And then just begin to walk the palms away from you. Folding down, you can come to the forearms and just stay here. All the time thinking about squaring out the hips and checking the front leg. You might find that today your heel needs to be a lot closer to your back hip for you to be comfortable. Keep squaring the hips, feeling that stretch through the front hip and the front leg. And you can walk even further away, walking the fingertips right away and dropping the forehead down. Okay, inhale, head up, look up. I'm going to walk my hands back up, walking myself to my seated position again. And I'm just going to tuck my back toes and back knee. Walk my front foot back to the center. Lifting the back leg up, dropping the back heel, coming standing, and I'm going to switch my feet and change direction. So dropping the front hands down, shifting the back foot, dropping that back knee, checking the alignment of the front foot and the front knee, making sure that knee is not over the toes. And I'm just going to sit up. My fingertips are just dangling at the side and I'm sinking into this back hip, gaze straight ahead. Okay, so bringing the hands down again. We're now going to walk the left foot over to the right hand side of the mat and opening out the sole of the foot to the side. I'm just going to shift forward slightly because I'm going to fall off my mat. And dropping the front leg down, trying to keep it parallel with the top of the mat and the toes engaged. And dropping that back hip and back foot. Remember, use a block. If your hips are hovering or they're not square, grab a block. Make yourself much more comfortable and much more accurate here. So, bringing the hands down, walk down to the forearms. Remember, you can bring that heel all the way into the right hip and square the hips off. Be comfortable and still stretching at the same time. You can walk the hands all the way away and drop the forehead. Inhale, head up, look up. Walk your hands back to you, engaging the back knee, back toes. And we're actually going to twist around here and we're going to come to sitting down back on our mat in the center. So another great position for your hips is our fire log pose or our fire stick pose, or there's quite a few names you could give this. So I'm going to start with my left leg down. My foot is at 90 to the wall. My leg is parallel with the top of my mat. And now I'm going to pick my right leg up and I'm going to bring the foot outside of the left knee. And my leg wants to be parallel in line with the left. So when I'm looking down at my legs, they're making a triangle. Okay? So I've got a really nice triangle here. And this side's pretty good for me. But if you find you've got a really big gap here between the knees, you can actually just grab a block. Now, even just sitting like this, you'll be feeling this asana working into your hips. So you can quite happily just sit here with a straight back. If you want to go a little bit deeper and you feel ready to, just bring the hands in front of your legs, keeping a straight spine, looking ahead, flat back. You can just start walking the hands away. It doesn't matter how far you walk. It gets super intense as you go. Keeping the toes engaged as well. You'll notice if you've come forward, if there was a gap here, the gap has started to close. So just a couple more breaths. Okay, bring your gaze up, walk your hands back, gently, really gently, releasing your legs. And we're going to do it the opposite way now. So bringing the right leg down first, bringing it parallel with the mat, making sure the foot is nice and flat and the toes are engaged. And we can sit comfortably. I'm going to bring the left leg now. So again, foot outside of the knee. Checking that you've got your triangle. And again, you'll find one side it's closer than the other, one side is further than the other. Today my left hip is not happy, so this is great. It's doing some really good work, it's really helping. So you can just sit here, you can put that block under to support you. And if you're ready, you can bring those hands in front and you can sit up tall through the spine, reaching forward, gaze forward, walking the hands forward, dropping the gaze down. You can drop the forearms. I'm going to inhale and lengthen again. And just holding here. Make sure the feet are engaged, make sure the legs are parallel. Inhale, head up, look up, walk the hands back to you, really gently, releasing your legs. And just hugging your knees. You can bring your feet closer, taking your forehead to your knees. So this is a great little hip session that you can add into another asana practice that you're doing today. But if you're stopping here, I'd recommend that you spend some time in child's pose. So I hope that that has been helpful and that your hips are feeling super open and relaxed now. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the mat.